Good afternoon to you. You're with Lunch Prime Time News on News First. I'm Saturanga Hapuarachi. Before we go into the stories, let's take a look at the headlines. Ministers Dilan Pereira, C.B. Ratnayaka, Pavitra Vanniyarachi and Mahinda Yapa to step down from their portfolios. Application submitted by Shashinda Rajapaksa seeking an interim order preventing Harin Fernando from functioning as the Chief Minister rejected. Tipper falls into a 100-foot precipice in Ellavella. Run Bhumi Rally for Unity reaches Chilao. On to those stories in detail, Ministers Mahinda Yapa Abewardena, C.B. Ratnayaka, Dilan Pereira and Pavitra Vanniyarachi announced that they will step down from their portfolios and from the government. Convening a press conference this morning, they announced that they will work with the opposition. They have prevented an election. They have put a stop to the people's right to vote. They have put a stop to the right to appoint your preferred candidate to the local government authority. How can we continue to function as ministers of such a government? We cannot continue as a minister in such a government. Injustice is taking place everywhere, be it the judiciary, the legislature, or even the local government authority, the police, or even in the village. Today, we have taken this decision to create an SLFP-led government comprising an SLFP Prime Minister under the leadership of President Maithripala Sirisena. We believe that the decision taken by the four of us will be instrumental for this. The Court of Appeal rejected an application filed seeking an interim order preventing Harin Fernando from operating as the Chief Minister of the Uva Province. The Court of Appeal rejected the application seeking the interim order after considering a writ petition submitted by General Secretary and a Provincial Councillor of the UPFA. The Court of Appeal announced 3 verdicts today on this petition. One was that the request made to abolish the Gazette issued announcing that Harin Fernando has been appointed as the Chief Minister has been rejected by the Court of Appeal. The application made seeking an interim order preventing Harin Fernando from operating as the Chief Minister was also rejected. The request made to reinstate Shashinda Rajapaksa to the post of Chief Minister of the Uva Province was rejected by the Court of Appeal. Court announced that as these decisions need to be made at the conclusion of the case, they were rejected. Chairman of the Court of Appeal, Vijay Maralgoda and Justice H.C.J. Madavala took up this petition today and postponed it to the 19th of June.
Brick by brick, our hearts become one. Run Bhumi Rally for Unity. 21st May, 9 a.m. Chilao, 11 a.m. Madampe, 2 p.m. Nathandia, 22nd May, 9 a.m. Nigambo, 11 a.m. Sandalankava, 2 p.m. Kuliapitia, 23rd May, 9 a.m. Hettipola, 11 a.m. Kurunagala, 2 p.m. Ibba Gamua. Join us now for the nation's biggest rally.
The Run Bhumi Rally for Unity, which is aimed at the development drive of the country by building unity, reached the 40th stop on its route to Chila today. Today is day 14 of the Run Bhumi Rally for Unity, which will travel across villages, towns and cities across the country. The Run Bhumi Rally for Unity was welcomed by Chilao by a colourful ceremony attended by the locals and school children. We are thankful for the MTV MBC Media Network for always identifying the needs of the country. We can see that this journey will be successful with the strength that is being added. We hope that all communities in the country will come together and overcome the forces that are trying to separate us. The strength of all will ensure creating of an environment where all can live in peace.
විදිහට සර්ව ප්‍රකාරයෙන් සාර්ථක ගන්න කියලා අපි හදවතින් ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා.
After the block with the engraving Chilao was passed hand to hand and then placed in the special float, the convoy commenced its journey to North Tandia. The rally is reaching Madampe en route to its next destination. The Ranbhoomi Rally for Unity, organised by the MTV MBC network, Newsfirst, the National Youth Services Council and the Colombo Port City project, had reached Madampe. We are now joined by Newsfirst Siddharth Kotian for more details. Sid, good afternoon to you.
I'm talking to you now from the town of Madampe, which is our second stop on day 14 of the Ranbhoomi Rally for Unity. Now, earlier today we went to Chilao, where we had several cultural programs, lots of dances, we had ballerinas, we had traditional camel dances, all in an effort by the local community to help raise awareness about national unity and the importance of reconciliation and including all communities. Now, during this Ranbhoomi rally, we've had several members of various communities, going from Vedas to members from the Catholic community to members from the Muslim community to members from the Hindu and Sinhalese and Tamil. Everyone has come out here to show their support in their own way by organizing small cultural events. The highlight of any Ranbhoomi rally, of course, is the brick passing ceremony, where the brick is handed down from citizen to citizen in each of these towns, and everybody has a chance to actually hold the brick. Now, people ask, why? Why is this part of the ceremony? Well, national unity is a very hard concept to grasp. It is theoretical in many ways. It's just an idea. But when they have this brick in their hand and they see this brick included on the convoy, on the main float, with all the other cities up there, and they can see that.
Well, in more local news, investigations into the rape and murder of a schoolgirl in Punkuduthif, Jaffna have been handed over to the Criminal Investigations Department. Speaking to Newsfirst, the police media spokesperson, SP Ruwan Gunasekara, said that Inspector General of Police, NK Lanka had visited Jaffna to look into the situation. Number of protests were staged in Jaffna yesterday. The protests were staged against the homicide of a schoolgirl in Kites Police Division recently. 9 suspects have been apprehended in connection with the incident. One of the 9 suspects is scheduled to be produced in court today. In addition, the homicide investigation of the schoolgirl has been handed over to the CID. The IGP visited the area yesterday and instructed the police officers to monitor the situation. Public property was damaged and officers were injured as a result of the protest yesterday. The situation in the area is now peaceful. Under the directives of the IGP, police officers have been dispatched to ensure security in the area. Lakshman Yapabewardena, the Deputy Minister of Aviation Services, says that the second phase of the development of the Katunayake Airport will commence in September. The Deputy Minister made this comment during an inspection tour of the airport. The Deputy Minister was accompanied by a group of officers during this inspection tour yesterday.
මා හිතන්නේ ලබන සැප්තැම්බර් මාසය වෙනකොට ගුවන්තොටුපළ සංවර්ධනයේ දෙවන අධිකරණ ක්‍රියාත්මක කිරීමට
I believe we will be able to commence the second phase of the development activities of the terminal of the airport by next September. The first phase of the renovation activities concluded after directing funds worth of 79 billion yen from Japan. The second phase, which will consist 29 billion, is scheduled to conclude in September. We are hoping to rectify few loopholes that emerge in the future, just the way we rectified issues in the past.
මා හිතන්නේ ඉදිරි කාලයේදී අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ.
The Purawasi Balaya convened a press conference yesterday. It was emphasized at this press conference that all must come together to build the nation, casting aside differences.
හෘද සාක්ෂියක් පිළිබඳව ප්‍රශ්න කරන මිනිසුන්ගේ ලෝකය ගොඩනගලා තියෙන කලාවෙන්.
A world where you question your own conscience has been created. History tells us of the time of such great persons. We should not continue with differences. As free persons, we need to secure our rights and not avoid the incidents that lead to the unification of the country.
ඉදිරියට අපේ අයිතීන් නැවත සුරක්ෂිත කර ගැනීම තමයි අපි විසින් කළ යුත්තේ.
Views were expressed on the current situation at the Wilpattu National Park at a press conference convened by the collective of National Environment Organisation.
මේ ප්‍රදේශය බොහොම ප්‍රසිද්ධ සහ බොහොම විශාල වශයෙන් අලින් ගැවසෙන ප්‍රදේශයක්.
This is an area where a large number of elephants roam. A census carried out on elephants in Sri Lanka reports of 200 elephants being recorded from this area. When settlements are established in this area, the people will have no understanding how to live in an environment where there are elephants. Another new issue has arisen. What is sad is that the forests have been cleared. Electricity poles have been erected without houses to supply electricity to. We are making requests pertaining to this.
A crocodile who was trapped in the main sluice gate of the Muttettava tank in Galgamur was rescued recently. Footage of this rescue was captured on a Newsfirst camera. Wildlife officers worked tirelessly to rescue this crocodile trapped in the main sluice gate of the Muttettava tank in Galgamur. After a valiant effort that took several hours, the crocodile was freed. Our correspondent said that the crocodile will be released to the Mioya in Galgamur. The crocodile which was rescued was 10 feet in length.
Bicycle bulan.
On to one of our headline-making stories, a tipper truck had fallen into a 100-foot precipice in the Alla area on the Alla-Wellavaya road. The police said that the driver has lost control of the wheel at around 9:30 last night, resulting in the tipper truck plunging into the deep precipice. The driver had been thrown off the truck and is receiving treatment at the Monragala Hospital for injuries. Well, with that, we conclude this edition of Lunch Primetime News on News First. Your next news update comes your way at 1:55. Have a productive day ahead.